Wow, imagine a sleek, screaming steel bird ripping through the clouds at Mach speeds, the roar echoing like thunder above a barren landscape. Heart pounding, you wonder, how built for beauty, but designed for destruction? In a remote desert hangar, you catch a glimpse of its lethal silhouette, dark, angular, unstoppable. It holds secrets of power no civilian ever touches. Its pilot straps in, helmet sealed, adrenaline surging, and then the world splits open beneath its wings. What happens when human courage meets mechanical terror on the edge of the sky? Stay with me, because what you're about to see will change how you view air dominance forever. And it's only the beginning. 1. The Silent Predator, F-22 Raptor. You arrive at a hidden U.S. Air Force base at dawn. The morning light glints off the stealth-coated fuselage of the Raptor, its shape swallowing radar like a ghost. The engines fire, the thunder roar shakes the ground, and with a flash it vanishes into the stratosphere. Built to dominate the skies, one expert calls it the most advanced fighter jet ever created. You feel the raw power, smell the fuel, hear the roar echo down the runway. What would it feel like to ride shotgun in that cockpit as the world spreads out beneath you? And as we leave the U.S. horizon, we cross oceans toward our next marvel. 2. The global jack of all fears, F-35 Lightning II. On the tarmac of a forward deployed air base, the F-35 waits. Stealthy, silent, networked, lethal. It acts like a quarterback, fusing sensor streams and turning the sky into a digital chessboard. You walk around the imposing jet, feel the heat from its engine exhaust, hear the hydraulic hiss as its canopy closes, conceived to do the job of 3 planes in one. Could you handle the pressure of being that one man in the cockpit? And as we depart the base, jet exhaust leaves streaks across the clouds' next stop, a different theater of war. 3. Russian dogfighter beast, Sukhoi Su-57. Now we're deep inside a Cold War legacy landscape. Frozen tundra, old hangars repurposed, a sleek Su-57 lurking under low daylight. Its speed and agility promise danger few want to face. You hear the growl of its twin engines as it rumbles to life. Feel the chill of air as it claws upward at Mach speeds. How close can you get to a machine designed to outturn, outsee, and outshoot? As the Su-57 disappears into the high sky, our journey takes us southward to a desert base so remote it feels off-world. 4. The Desert Phantom, Eurofighter Typhoon. Under a blazing sun, the Typhoon's curve stands out, a European collaboration built for agility and dominance. At an air show, it screams across the sky, a dancing silhouette of violence and grace. You feel the blast wave as it passes overhead, smell burning afterburner gases, see its shadow race across the tarmac like a comet. What drives engineers and pilots to carve such machines from metal and fire? Leaving that buzzing crowd behind, we follow a trail of tracking radar into Asia's rising air power scene. 5. The Rising Dragon, Chengdu J-20. Deep in East Asia, hidden behind restricted airfields, the J-20 emerges China's stealth answer to Western dominance. The shape is jagged. The aura is mystery. You stand at a distant fence line, hear distant engine hums, catch a silhouette slicing through low clouds. Can this new player rewrite the rules of aerial warfare? As we leave the heat of Asia, our next stop takes us back in time to a classic that shaped modern dogfights. 6. The Veteran Warrior, F-15 Eagle. On an older Air Force runway, you find the F-15 still flying, a veteran with more than 100 aerial victories, never defeated in combat. You hear its engines spool, you feel the rumble through your chest, you sense the legacy of every pilot who climbed in before. What's it like to trust your life to a machine that has never lost a dogfight? Climbing out of that hangar, we move to one of the most overlooked yet deadly forms of air dominance. 7. Interceptor over the Arctic, Mikoyan MiG-31. In the barren wastes of the Russian far north, the MiG-31 patrols the sky supersonic, long-range, intercepting threats at extreme altitude. You stand on frozen ground as it bursts overhead, condensation forming at its wingtips, the roar echoing across ice fields. Could you survive the cold, the isolation, the speed? From the far north, we head to the tropics where vulnerability meets advanced firepower. 8. Multi-role master, Dassault Rafale. From a tropical airbase, you gaze at the Rafale's sleek profile, the sun setting behind its twin-tail fins. A French engineer once said this jet can track 40 targets simultaneously. You smell the sea salt on the runway, hear the hum of the auxiliary power unit start, feel the adrenaline of knowing this jet can play multiple deadly roles. Could you handle total flexibility in combat? As dusk falls on that runway, our final journey point draws near to a machine built purely for terror. 9. Heavy payload carrier, Su-35S. In the vast open skies of a remote range, the Su-35S looms. Long-range, enormous weapons load, capable of turning close-quarters dogfights into domination. You watch as missiles are mounted. You feel the ground shake as it launches. You hear the afterburn and see the flame trail fade at high altitude. Could you imagine being that pilot? Leading the conduct of war from above? And now we descend toward the human side of the story, the people who fly, maintain, and rely on these machines. 10. The human angle. Pilots, ground crew, risk behind every jet lies a story. The pilot who faces death at 50,000 feet, the ground crew working in darkness, the fears when one wrong move means disaster. You hear the clink of tools, the sweat under the helmet, the shot of espresso in the mid-watch. How do they live knowing the outcome could be final? You see the families waiting back home, hear the roar of engines as takeoff thunders, feel the tension before every mission. We've flown with machines, now we fly with humanity. As the sun sets on our journey through the world's most dangerous jets, the story comes full circle back to us, back to the sky. What would you do if you stood on that runway, helmet on, the world beneath your wings? Which jet amazed you the most, the silent predator, the veteran warrior, the rising dragon? These machines are metal and fire, yes, but they're also ambition, risk, and human courage. If this journey stirred something in you, wonder, respect, maybe even fear, then share it. Hit the like button, drop a comment. Which jet would you pilot? Subscribe and join us on more global explorations. We're just getting started. From remote Arctic airfields to tropical hangars, from veteran legends to next-gen beasts, the sky is vast and danger knows no borders. Thanks for watching. Until next time, keep looking up, stay curious, and never forget, today's steel beasts weren't built for sightseeing. They were built for dominance.